3 of the 4 Atlas aircrafts used in the evacuation of British nationals from Sudan are reported to have developed faults. 2/3 of the incoming fleet is listed as unavailable, and there remains no clarity the fleet can perform the niche functions our special air and boat services need. Hasn't the Secretary of State made a mistake in pressing ahead with ditching the Hercules fleet in their favour?
Mr. Speaker, I've heard these sort of tired arguments about what we really need to do is just keep the Herc and get rid of the A400 outperforms the Herc on most types. It's got a longer range, bigger capacity, can land in the same area, in fact can land in shorter distance. And in Kabul, of the massive evacuation in Kabul, the one A400 had a fault for 6 hours and managed to continue on its course. The A400 is performing, and as far as the migration to special forces and other capabilities, that is on track, already having done jumps from it and other parts of the area. The simple reality is A400 outperforms it. Its availability was extremely successful. The Hercules only accounts for 10% of the fleet, and the overall fleet for lift is now the biggest it's been for 50 years.
Well, Sky's Defence and Security Editor Deborah Haynes has been following this story and joins me now for more. Deborah, talk to us about what's going to happen in this instance.
Well, the Labour MP that asked the question was quoting from the report that we published a couple of hours ago about these concerns around this decision to cut the C-130 fleet. It's not a new decision. It happened back in 2021, and the plan was that the A400M, the Atlas, which is a larger, more capable aircraft, would take over the role from the C-130. But the worry is that since then, you've had growing security threats given Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. There are also worries about the availability of the A400M. I've seen data that shows one day in early May, 7 of those aircraft were listed as being serviceable, and the other 14 were listed as being unserviceable or unavailable for various different reasons. And the problem people have when they're looking at this is that when you have a certain number of tasks that you want your transport aircraft to perform, but you have a reduced number of actual planes that can physically do that transportation, then there is a greater risk. And then the other area is around the special forces function. So the C-130 has been in the fleet for many years. It first came into service in 1999. It is much older, but it has got lots of special capabilities in it that allow the special forces to do the special things that they do that we don't hear about. And the concern is that some of those, a small number of those niche capabilities, have yet to be transferred over to the A400M. Now, I have been speaking to a defence industry source who's been saying that the A400M is capable of doing the range of special forces missions, but the RAF itself has said there is going to be a gap in these niche capabilities at least until 2025.